over here, and of course we see the Jace and the Zan. These are really legit like meta picks right now, and of course Anti-Pro really giving
not giving
respect
to
ban
INHS, right?
to INHS.
Probably they saw the gameplay of the Caps last time.
Yeah, and of course
they're
giving
really doing a safe one right here.
Yeah, and I think that's legit good idea to ban this guy's
Indeed.
Kha'Zix, but he still has his Lee Sin and his Rengar, so you have to choose between those two.
We do.
And now we see in the INHS side they banned Jax and Nico. And
the Jace.
Oh, actually,
Yeah, they also banned.
Speaking of the devil,
they
they
also
just
banned
banned
Lee
Lee
Sin as
Sin.
well. So
Someone they're banning all of the
yeah, it's just
top picks of
absolute
the
respect
of
on
INHS.
Sayonara, I guess, because this guy is legit.
You do not want to give this guy his best picks, definitely.
But anyways, banning the Jace is actually like one of the most meta picks right now alongside the Sylas, so that's really good for both sides. But we do have one of the best supports in the game right now, first picked being in the Bronx. So
No, but we're seeing also a Morgana who can actually counter, right?
yeah, exactly.
Braum.
Especially if you pick something like Lucian to go out with the Braum, it actually negates the stuns from the Braum's passive. So the Morgana is a good answer to Braum, but it depends on the execution of these.
Indeed. If you hit the first skill, maybe that's
Exactly. So we'll be waiting for the next. Sorry for that. For the next pick right over here, but interesting actually. They start off with the supports, and we also see a good first pick of the jungler right here because this has been Sayonara's one of his best picks. Rek'Sai is also one of the best early game junglers. It's super aggressive.
Oh, we're seeing
But he does go with the Nidalee, which is also early game jungler. Oh, this is gonna be.
Graves.
They're both gonna fight on their games, I guess. These are really aggressive junglers that they're both hovering right now. Karthus would be a good thing, actually. Yeah. So, Sayonara has been, if I recall watching his recent match histories, he's been playing Karthus for like most of these games. If he doesn't play Nidalee or Rek'Sai. So this is one of the key picks that he's been practicing as of.
This is actually the first time I've seen Karthus being used in the demo.
Oh, he's really...
Really?
Yeah, he's usually played.
Well, I know because of the first skill, because if you're firing your first skill on a single target, it doubles the damage,
really
right?
fast,
Yeah, it does clear it. And also he has a slow, so yeah, maybe he would be really good.
Yeah, this was something that Yanko's started from G2 Esports, actually started using since like last year, I think, or was it a few months ago? But anyways, we round off the first phase of the bans with the Azrael and the Syndra. So the Syndra pick is one of the most stable picks you could ask for INHS because this pick just has so much reliability when it comes to everything, damage, crowd control.
He also, crowd control.
But of course, we see the Akali ban, which is, I'm quite surprised nobody picked this champion just yet because there's so much flexibility. With the Akali, you can put her top lane or mid lane, and she's one of the most broken champions right now.
But I heard she has been nerfed.
Yeah, with her passive, but she's still legit.
She's
dude.
still
the smoke is so legit.
Indeed, plus her ult is so powerful. He can double kite you and then instantly kill you.
Yeah, and I also want to point out that Aatrox is a good ban because this is a champion that just plays very well to the meta right now with the changes of his ultimate. It's just absolutely insane how much sustain this guy has.
Plus the first skill, which is if you get hit in the certain spot, you get crits, right?
But I want to point out the Kai'Sa. This is a perfect ban against INHS. This has been Danny's best pick by far. Like, this guy is absolutely crazy with the Kai'Sa. Denying that from him while you pick off his Azrael is a very good counterplay for Anti-Pro. This has been a very good draft for Anti-Pro so far, and
but they are left with Lucian though.
Yeah, and INHS hasn't banned anything. I think, yeah, they forgot to ban their last ban. Oh my gosh. Anyways, we see the Rise, which is also one of the best picks as of the moment.
Very tanky, has this utility spell that can teleport to everyone, and he can wreck the whole team.
You could flex pick this champion as well. We've been seeing it at MSI. Rise has been played on the top side as well. So Danny has forced one of his comfort picks being the Saya. So this is a very stable pick for Danny. he plays it really well because he's quite a defensive player as of recently compared to how aggressive he used to play. And the Saya has that ultimate to negate every single damage. So it's quite safe as a champion. Now INHS is about to round up their last pick, which is the Jack Stop. The Jack Stop. So opting for a more balanced team composition, it plays team fights and it also plays split push as well.
Very well.
But they're answering with a Malphite.
Malphite.
This is definitely team fight oriented for
Indeed.
for what do you call this? Anti-pro. As
you can see, like they have all the utility they need. They have the knockup from Rek'Sai and then Malphite, and then probably Morgana can just flash in and then use her ult.
Yeah, just chain CC everybody as well.
And then there's Ezreal and Ryze to clean up.
Yeah,
It will be a really good matchup for them.
yeah. Oh, we're getting results. I think this is a bug, but a visual bug. But Hecarim is the last ban for INHS Tamaraos. And I also want to mention that the Hecarim is still really strong, especially with the Conqueror. There's so much sustain and damage consistency when it comes
Plus
to
the
damage.
movement speed of
So
the
that was a
He
good-
can travel lane to lane.
Yeah, that's a very
fast.
good ban as well. But anyways, we've round up our drafts, and as we load into the Rift, I would love to talk about these two
Win conditions.
teams and their win conditions and all of that. As if you ask me, I prefer the team composition of the Anti-Pro.
Anti-pro, yeah, me
They
too.
really have a legit.
This solid, very tanky lineup, plus all the utilities and the CCs you need.
Exactly. It's
If they even have the Morgana to cancel out just in case na they might accidentally. Braum uses his ult.
Yeah.
He has Ezreal has his blink, and they also have the Morgana shield.
So it's technically full of everything in the middle, right? Like
A
you
very
have,
solid lineup.
you have good team compositions, you have good crowd control, and you even have like what do you call this? Good team fighting, crowd control, and consistency in damage.
Indeed.
And you also have the late game insurance with the Ryze, because when Ryze starts popping off, it's
The
really
late
strong
game,
as well.
he's really
But
strong.
both of them actually play really well in the late game, considering that INHS has the Jax as well, which is a split pushing demon. Like nothing can
Indeed.
match the Jax at late game when it comes
When
to
it
split
comes
pushing.
to split
He
pushing.
plays 2v1s fairly easily, to be
Indeed.
honest, if he gets full items. So
But
that's-
we'll see if he can face off with a very tanky Malphite,
yeah.
a very tanky team.
And I think it would be quite disastrous to play. I'm not sure. I think it depends on execution, but playing against anti-pro on 5v5 would be quite scary, considering
All the CCs.
all the CC, the black shield to stop these crowd controls. Like Syndra could try to stun anybody, right? But with the Morgana black
with the
shield,
Morgana.
that's just legit gonna be a nightmare for Syndra.
Also, you have to mention that the kiting potential of Ezreal as well.
Yeah,
you just blink out.
You can't touch this guy. There's a flash, there's also the essence shift from Ezreal. And legit, this guy has so much poke compared to the Saya, whereas
indeed.
Saya needs to position properly to output this damage, whereas
agree,
Ezreal
I
just
agree.
keeps throwing these mystic shots. So it's split push versus
I'm
team fighting.
excited to see how this will play. We have seen anti-pro; they're really good.
Yeah, but I also want to mention the duo potential between Karthus and the Jax, because if you do start doing the split pushes, and someone does try to go for these to answer the split push, it will be Jax versus per se Malphite or Ryze on the side lanes, or maybe even both of them, right? But the Karthus ultimate could actually change the tide out of that.
I agree.
If he picked something like the Dark Harvest, it's legit so much damage when he uses his
I would
execution.
want to see that.
So that's also a factor that we have to look out for on the split pushes. So we're still
It's
loading.
actually their INHS's win conditions, right? Split push and not going for that team fight.
Yeah,
because apparently they in what I can see, they're really gonna get wrecked in the team fight with the anti-pro.
Yeah, and the fact that there's a Malphite is the only way to. It's one of the best ways to engage on INHS, but you have to look at INHS's entire team composition. Like, it's really hard to engage on this. You have Saya, who when you try to engage, she just uses her ultimate to like get the Feather Storm to like negate every single crowd control and damage. There's also the Braum who just blocks off so much damage with the shields,
plus his ult as well.
slowing down the approach of the enemy team. And there's also the knockbacks from the Syndra, so there's so much defensive utilities
agree.
for INHS
But-
to negate these engages.
I agree, but they have the Rise though. The
Exactly.
ultimate of the Rise.
To get
So
in there,
To get
they could
in
use
there.
the Morgana, like solo teleport Morgana inside and use
Indeed.
that 4-man ultimate.
I
Just
would
break
want
them
to see
off.
a good wombo combo from Anti-Pro.
Yeah, these are just theory crafting and win conditions that we're
Yeah.
talking about, but this could legit happen with these
In-game,
teams.
in-game.
And hopefully it does, because that would be so
that
cool
would be
to
so
see.
crazy, and I would want to see that.
But
So-
anyways, we're loading up into the Rift right now, and yeah, we're gonna load up
Okay,
into the Rift.
we'll be back, and hopefully you'll watch with us and stay tuned. This is gonna be a very explosive matchup right now. It's INHS Tamrouse versus LCDC Anti-Pro. So
Alright,
and we're back to the Rift.
yeah, we're into the Rift, and both teams playing super aggressive right now. They're moving to invade opposite ends of the map right now. So let's see if any action comes here. They'll just be establishing vision though. Yeah, so legit, I think I mean Sayo, usually goes for the red buff to start things off, but with the Corthus, I wonder how this is gonna affect his
Lane.
pathing, because he prefers the starting with the red usually, but I'm not sure about this right now.
Now we're see
Backing off. It's just information right now for both teams with the wards that they placed, and yeah, pings onto the red's buff right over here. They're gonna try to make this steal perhaps. Trying to check this out, but Ezreal getting those
pokes.
stacks from the what do you call this? Kleptomancy. But anyways, everybody's just starting off regularly, and Leo Sayo still starting with the red buff as he always does with practically any champion. And yeah, there's just small trade right over here between the mid laners. And all's well, ends well right now. So
But we see that the Rek'Sai started with the blue buff, so apparently maybe later we'll see a bit of action in the jungle.
yeah, they're probably gonna path towards the top side, considering the changes with the Rift Scuttler spawning right now. They'll both be pathing towards top side and try to contest the first Scuttler of the game. But trades right now from all sides
Very
of them.
aggressive gaming right here. Like everyone is like throwing skill and skill, right?
Yeah, like trades from all across the map right now. But INHS has been the more aggressive in the laning phase for all sides of the map lately, except for bottom lane. They're getting pushed in pretty hard right over here. As to be expected with Saya's wave clear with their feathers. But anyways, as we were talking about, Sayonara's gonna recall first with his Karthus. And he's gonna get the seal. Yeah, the dark seal
dark
on his
seal.
first back. Whereas there's a tempo advantage for this Rek'Sai a bit. He's got his red and his blue buff first. So Sayonara is gonna get his blue buff before he goes for the scuttle, but
But
no,
we see Rek'Sai going into the jungle of
for
Karthus.
the yeah, there's actually small trades right now, and of course the Dark Harvest procs right there, and it chunks out a
That is
big
really
portion.
chunks off the health of Rek'Sai.
Yeah, and Rek'Sai typically wins the 1v1 on the
Mm.
earlier stages against Karthus, but this is quite surprising right now from Yasayo, as the stun connects here onto
But
the
we see
Malphite.
Rek'Sai.
This is a good trade for both
Might
top
go
laners,
in.
but Rek'Sai is actually here on the top side of the map. He's gonna try to go in on this.
Oh, but apparently Jax.
Marsh
And
flashes
out.
because if the Rek'Sai was able to flash knock up that
Mhm.
champion, he was level 3 actually. He could have killed.
Easily
Jax
killed
there.
that Jax.
So that's a flash expended for the Jax.
Oh, but we see
But
Karthus.
we see Karthus here on the top side of the map,
And we see
trying
Jax as well.
to play so aggressive, pushing out both players from the side of ATP right now, and of course that forces the recall on this Malphite.
Mhm.
And very good response there from Leo. His top laner was at a very big disadvantage, but he does come back to regain some of that CS advantage for his top laner.
I agree.
But there's still the summoner spell advantage, right? For
Because the Jax burned off his flash already. So we'll see if this Rek'Sai does camp on top. It will be a big disadvantage for the Jax because of all the knock up and the slow as well.
Exactly, and now we're seeing small trades here on the top side of the map, but of course there's still the flash advantage. I think Rek'Sai has a window until the 8th minute mark to go back up there and do a repeat gank. But he's pathing towards the bottom side of the map right now.
We see
which
signals on the bottom lane.
Yeah.
They're gonna put wards.
And of course, Rise is also teleporting onto the mid lane as well. Right now, considering that that's a... He started off with the tier, that's gonna be good sustain for wave clears against the Syndra. So, not much action on the earlier stages of the game, but of course, both junglers are pretty proactive when it comes to like shadowing one another.
Indeed. But now we're seeing that they're all level 5, then just one level, and I bet we'll see hell of an action right now.
Yeah, Vision's really good for the side of INHS on the top side of the map, whereas... Oh, good route right over there.
Oh, but good trade from both AD carries.
Yeah, whereas Vision is actually more prominent on the bottom side of the map for ATP right now. But yeah, both teams just shadowing each other's junglers right now. Like if when we see the Rek'Sai go top, it's also the same pathing from the Karthus as well. So they're just mirroring each other's movements right now, which is good jungle pathing for both junglers. But
Also,
that Vision right over there on the top side of the map spots the Rek'Sai, which is really good information right now on how they're gonna play this out. But he does know he gets spotted out by this ward. And both junglers just pathing towards the top side, mirroring each other once again.
Yeah,
So Liasayo's actually staying there, waiting for this Rek'Sai because he
waiting
knows
for-
that the Jax is out of flash. He knows that there's gonna be a repeat gank over there.
Also, I forgot. I didn't know this until now that the Syndra has cleanse, and the Saya has this teleport. Also, the Braum has ignite. So a bit of aggressive play. So,
Oh, there's actually quite the aggressive exchange here onto the bottom side of the map, where Morgana gets chain CC'd by both Braum and Sai right now. Danny flashes
but
in,
apparently-
gets the kill, but the reply from this Ezreal gets the kill onto Danny right now.
And
He's going
Braum
all
will
in
go down
with the
for a
double
double
kill.
kill.
There's also a fight here onto the mid lane. The Roots get caught onto this Syndra. She tries to get the exchange kill, but she gets taken down by Light Dragon. ATP playing really aggressive across the map on the earlier stages of the game.
That was crazy. A crazy team fight right there.
That was really ballsy for the side of
Indeed,
INHS.
I agree.
Like, they were focusing on the jungler. They weren't looking at the fact that Ezreal was actually firing onto the Saya. That was just bad target selection. And they got the shorter end of the stick because of that. But now, yeah, so that's an advantage now for the bottom side of the map for INHS.
Because they get the double kill, which
Yeah, and
apparently
consider-
makes him a more gold lead for the AD carry.
Yeah, considering Ezreal also has the Sheen right now, so
Mm-hmm.
that's a very big item advantage right now. Why would you? I mean, that was crazy. You go in
Indeed.
against the Ezreal knowing that he has a Sheen
Mhm.
like that. What were you expecting? You were definitely gonna lose on that trade right there. But
They were so focused on that Morgana.
yeah, and the kill on the mid lane as well was quite effective for.
Mhm.
Oh, the stun actually connects here. Will we see a reply?
Nope.
INHS trying to recover right here with the placing vision onto the bottom
Right.
side of the map, knowing that the first Drake is the Ocean Drake, so very important for both teams. They're gonna try to contest the Ocean Drake. This is gonna be a very big buff for both teams, to be honest.
I agree. I agree.
So we see small trades here on the top side of the map, actually, but it's actually Marsh getting the short end of the stick right there.
Just a pop from an ult from the Jax, so additional armor, right, and a magic resistance.
Yeah. But anyways, we see a small place right over here. The
Well, an
ultimate,
ultimate-
get casted by the Braum, and
And
goodbye
Morgana
Neil.
goes
That
down, but
got the
apparently
kill.
Rek'Sai.
But Rek'Sai goes back in and tries to make the recover kill, and that's support for support actually.
Good trade. Good trade.
And it was good shadowing there for Rek'Sai, and he returns the kill as well. Anyways, there's a CS advantage for the Malphite here on the top side of the map, but of course, the Jax keeps pushing him in. But for some reason, Jax is not winning out on the CS advantage right now. The Osario's just
Farming his way
farming
up.
right now because, yeah, there's not much crowd control for the effectiveness of the Karthus ganks, so he's waiting out for that. But small exchanges here on the top side of the map actually. This is a very hard time now for the Malphite. And on the bottom side of the map, I think Neil needs to like not overextend as much and should try to like use the Black Shield more properly because he got chain CC'd really
She got
well.
caught off guard.
Yeah, he got caught off guard
Morgana.
by the
The
Braum
and
the
the Saya.
oh, good exchange there from the Rise actually. So
Apparently, the Rise is a bit getting a bit tanky now.
and is doing getting the better of these exchanges as well in the mid lane. So
Stacking up on that tier of goddess. Oh, we see a
Rek'Sai
Rek'Sai
Pete Gang right over here by the Rek'Sai. He knocks him up
and takes
and
down.
gets the kill. Now here we have the Jax Marsh just flashing out, but the ultimate from one Hedda just gets out of the way. He nearly gets taken out there. But this INHS is bleeding right now as we see another access right over here by INHS, but they don't have the ultimate. The Feather Storm takes down the Morgana, and now Braum is bleeding right now.
You
but he
saw
got
that damage.
the damage from
From the Ezreal.
And there's also Leo Sayu trying to go 1v1, but here comes the jungler as well, and a kill goes for the Rise
Oh.
as Demon Kite gets a double kill on the bottom side of the map. It's
Anti-Pro
4-0-1.
is just killing INHS right now.
They're firing on all cylinders of the map right now, even with the losses from the support Morgana. It's Demon Kite right now who's just making the best out of these trades, and he's 4 kills right now. But Jax is also gonna get caught here on the top side of the map. He's flashless, but he actually uses the leap
The
strike
leap strike.
to get away. So,
And apparently now they got the Aqua Dragon.
yeah, so that's actually a good objective
Drake.
take. But with so much bleed right now, and Ezreal getting so much gold right now with the Kleptomancy and 3 stacks. Make that probably 4 right over here with this.
So much damage from that poke on the Ezra. You saw that earlier when.
Oh, he flashes in and uses the ultimate. Saya's actually teleporting on the back.
What?
And now he's gonna catch this. Ezreal has nowhere to go, and the shutdown gold goes to Danny as we see an exchange on the top side as well. What is going on here? There's no ultimate from the Malphite.
Kind of a worth it, somewhat
Yeah.
trade.
The shutdown gold on Danny is pretty big actually. That was like 600 gold, I think. And it's a 5-1 Ezreal, but Ezreal is so big right now.
Indeed,
with the
I
Kleptomancy
agree.
gold and the 4 stacks of platings from the bottom side turret. This guy is so massive right now. 12 minutes into the game and he's already got his Iceborne Gauntlet.
Plus the Mana Moon.
So
You saw that
Danny just absolutely destroys Neil right now. Neil needs to stop donating these skills right now because he keeps stepping up into this side and just keeps getting
I agree. I
destroyed.
agree. But the poke potential of Ezreal right now hurts so much. Even the Braum, you see that? Even the Braum can Braum's armor can take that much damage.
Yeah, Neil just needs to let his ADC step up into the lane and just reserve his Black Shield for his ADC because he's already winning 2v1 right now. He doesn't need to walk up anymore. Oh, Yosayo's actually here on the top side of the map. The stun connects onto this top laner. Right now, the Malphite just backs up.
But Rek'Sai!
In with the ultimate, and Rek'Sai is here for the cleanup. It's 1 for 2, and that was a good come for both these junglers.
Very good backup there from Rek'Sai.
Yeah, very explosive game right now.
ATP is like leading right now. It's
Yeah, but
crazy.
the Rift Herald gets spawned onto the top side of the map, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be first turret of the game. The tempo advantage right now that ATP has right now is just so crazy right now, and they are pushing all sides of the map right now. I was not expecting this. INHS is one of our most hyped teams going into this, and with Leo Sayo not getting the leads right now is just definitely saying that INHS needs to
step up
right now because this guy is their bread and butter. But without him making these plays, they're just having a hard time.
Plus, all lanes are doing good right now for anti-pro.
And it's actually Sayo who's losing again on this jungle matchup because the Rek'Sai has been the one getting in first. But here comes the flash from the Rek'Sai. The knockup connects, but he actually ults back in, and he gets taken down by this.
But a good evade though from Rek'Sai. But yeah, he died, but it was a good evade.
Yeah, the Syndra using that
ult
cleanse to like survive the chain CC, but of course we see Sayo now going onto the bottom side of the map.
Ooh,
wow!
That first skill from Ezreal was just crazy, taking up a big chunk of life from Karthus.
Look at the amount of poke that Ezreal is placing right now.
It is crazy. He's just poking his way in.
It's just 2v3 right now, and they're still making the most out of this. Liceo de Cagayan University is just absolutely prepared for game 1 right now. They're firing on all cylinders, and it's Demon Kite who's doing the hero plays right now.
I agree. Those positionings, those first skills, it's crazy.
The Mystic Shot just deals so much damage right now for him. But he gets caught by the crowd control over here. Very good Black Shield by the Morgana, and the return damage is just absolutely insane. They're starting to push yet again. So much damage here on the bottom side. Look at this damage! The Feather Storm gets forced out, but the crowd control is just connecting right now, and Karthus gets the kill onto Demon Kite. This is gonna be 2 kills for the side of INHS. Fancy feat for Neil, but he gets taken down by Danny.
Good backup there from Karthus. If it wasn't for Karthus, probably they would have killed the Saya.
I think the Saya right now needs to slow down with their game because they're really kind of forcing these things. Like, they have the lead. They just need to extend their lead by taking objectives right now instead of forcing these fights. I think they're getting a little bit too aggressive because they're panicking. Like, we have the lead on one of the best teams right now, so if we lose this lead, what's gonna happen? It's like a mental thing.
Indeed.
But right now,
like going in one-on-one and not thinking that there are other teams.
Yeah, there's an Infernal Drake right now. The turret on the top side of the map actually breaks. Jax doesn't have TP, so he's gonna path towards the mid lane right over here. I'm pretty sure we're in for another fight on this Infernal Drake. Ooh, here comes the Rise ultimate. Oh, Leosayo's getting caught by that Rise W, the Rune Prison, and now Sayonara gets taken down by the team. This is 4v5, and I think INHS is just gonna give up this Infernal Drake while the Jax pushes on the top side of the map. This is a good...
a very bad positioning there from Sayo.
Yeah, good tempo play for the side of
ITP.
The Sayo, but a good answer right over here. The flash Q for the Morgana actually misses, but here comes the slows from the Ezreal. Are they gonna chase after this? No, they're gonna back off, and they have good positioning here on the middle lane right now, so they could actually go for the push. This is quite explosive.
I know. I can't believe that ATP is leading against one of the top teams
for
in West
VisMin,
Visayas.
and now they
Yeah.
actually break the last outer turret for the side of INHS, and this is so much tempo advantage for them. It's up to waiting out these objectives and catching people off guard. Because one of them
Because if they force team fights, they're definitely INHS will lose.
yeah, but they also a good way to like gain more leads is just using the vision right now. They have the Morgana Qs, the Rune Prison from Rise, and the knockups from the Rek'Sai. If they could blind INHS with no vision at all, they could start making these catches and just absolutely destroy INHS.
I
right
agree.
now.
I agree.
Considering that they have such a massive lead right now on the map, they have 2 turrets still up. At 2 turret advantage, I mean, for ATP or Liceo. But anyways, Baron's about to spawn in a minute, so that's gonna be a major side of how they're gonna. Both teams are gonna play towards, I guess. Because oh boy, the Rek'Sai gets caught by the jungle.
This is
by
what
the
we're
bottom
talking
lane.
about. Like catching ATP
It's the
off guard.
yeah, and it's the same way. It's actually vice versa as well. It's just about catching one another off guard. That's how both teams make leads and make comebacks actually. But it's actually Liceo that got the short end of the stick right there. That was smart though from the Braum. Like the what do you call this? The unborrowing from the Rek'Sai. He wasn't able to detect the Braum because the Braum wasn't moving at all there. So yeah, he was blindsided by that. But anyways, we see a small trade here onto the bottom side of the map. Jax uses his counter strike to stun the Rise, but Malphite couldn't get close enough for that unstoppable force. And now 3 people are going onto the bottom side of the map right now, trying to stop this push between these 2 solo laners of Liceo.
We see both of them are now becoming really tanky in putting INHS in a very tight spot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
A stun from them, but
the Rise gets
unstoppable
right
force.
The unstoppable force gets 2 people on the knockup. Jax goes in onto the Rise, but he gets flashed out and gets picked off by this Rise. And that is 3 kills for nothing for the side of Liceo. They are now picking them off one by one. And look at the damage from Demon Kite right now. He goes back in, knocks down these Mystic shots. Here comes the Feather Storm from the Saya. And Danny gets taken off by Demon Kite. And Sanity is about to get killed by the. Oh, he actually goes back for the Ignite. Could this be a kill?
Nope. Oh,
yes, he gets the return kill.
But apparently an ace.
Ace for just 1 kill. And a turret has been taken down on the bottom side of the map. And Liceo now has a good opportunity to place vision on the top side of the map and try to extend their leads from here. This is so much. This is just good macro game right now for them.
Like, for ATP, it's crazy. Their backups, everything. Their team play is crazy, amazing.
Yeah, and I think INHS needs to like either if they come back or not in this game, what they need to do is get into the drawing board and get Liceo on something more early game oriented. You know, the ones that could make plays earlier. But right now, it's definitely ATP who was really prepared well for the game 1 of this best of 3 series. And is about to, in poise right now, to take the first game of the series, actually. So, unexpected things happening right now, but we'll see.
We'll see. It's just the first game. It's of the best of 3. So.
Yeah, it's like in boxing, and they're just feeling each other out in the first round, so... But that doesn't mean that INHS is about to lose this game yet.
You saw that Rise.
Jax is in trouble right now. The Rek'Sai is actually on his way right now. And the damage from the Rise is just absolutely massive. And the minions are pretty far right now. The Leap Strike goes in. But the ultimate from the Rek'Sai executes Marsh. And there goes the Void Rush, taking down this Jax. And now it's a 4 versus 5. The Dragon's about to spawn. And the Baron's up as well. But look at the damage from Demon Kite. He just 100 to 0 CSI right now. The ultimate from the Requiem almost takes down this Ezreal, but he survives.
Because of the Black Shield.
Because of the Black Shield. He could recall from this. He uses his TP while Rise pushes on the bottom side of the map. They could start Baron off of this.
But nope, apparently he didn't. It has this life steal sustain.
Yeah, and the sustain from the Ocean Drake as well. They're on poise for the Baron right now with the Rise on the bottom side of the map, putting pressure as well. They are really doing well right now with the macro game.
I agree. The map control,
You
everything.
Yeah, INHS has to do a Hail Mary play right now as they try to take down this Morgana, but the stopwatch actually saves the Morgana and takes down the Jax. And now without a smite, this is guaranteed a free Baron. Danny trying to make the plays. He takes down the Morgana, but he gets killed by the Rise as well. And here comes ATP. This Seiyo is going crazy with all these kills. They're going in with the Realm Warp, trying to finish off INHS with the Ezreal, just destroying everyone. God,
Rise.
Rise.
This Rise and Ezreal just wrecking havoc towards INHS.
The carries.
The poke and the fucking potential of the Rise, it's crazy.
That was an ace, and now they have the Baron, and they just lose one member off of that, and they're gonna get this inhibitor as well. I think
this is
gonna be a very difficult game to come back from, but it's an 11k gold lead. Nothing too big.
1 over 6 towers.
Yeah, and it's only 24 minutes into the game right now with the Hextech Gunblade. This Ezreal is gonna hurt like
as you've seen, he just wrecks
a
havoc.
truck right now.
Crazy damage from the Rise and the Ezreal.
And the Syndra is not doing so well right now. He's only finished one item.
But the Rise already has 3. Yeah, 3 items.
Excuse me, it's 2 items. He just finished his Morale on Omicron, but I think it's a little bit too late. He's only level 13 right now to level 16 Rise. That's such a very big discrepancy when it comes to level.
Plus the Archangel stuff is a 7-0 actually on the Rise.
Okay, the stun actually connects onto the Malphite right now, but he's
so tanky.
And now the teleport is coming here onto the bottom side of the map. The knock-up from the Unstoppable Force takes down 2 people, and there goes the kill for the Malphite. The ultimate from the Leo actually gets the return kill, shutting down this Malphite, but it's still an advantage. That was 2 kills for INA for the Seiyo.
This Rise just wrecks this Syndra.
Light Dragon right now is 8-0-6, and he's just 100 to 0ing everybody.
He didn't even
faces.
survive for like
Absolutely
5
insane.
seconds.
With 3 people down, they could march in onto the mid lane and try to get turrets, but I do prefer pushing the side lanes first. But with this much of a lead, I could just bully ball
This is a good game. This is
And the flashes are going in, and Kopos gets the kill onto Leo, and now the turret actually takes down Light Dragon. He was a little bit too forward there, and Demon Kite getting one turret, but here comes the flashes for INHS. They're trying to get the kills back, but a little bit of a recovery. Shutdown golds coming in for INHS, but Demon Kite. I don't think this is a good idea trying to chase this guy. Ezreal is just gonna fight you out of this. Like, look at this damage. He's just gonna destroy both of them. And
Demon Kite is really performing well in this game.
That was not a good idea for Marsh to chase that because, of course, the Iceborne Gauntlet just has so much slow, and the sustain from the Gunblade was just so much. Also, the damage as well.
It's crazy.
Look at his items. He has Aludin's Echo. This is a hybrid Ezreal, or is it even an AP Ezreal or something? Like, look at the damage.
Oh, look at the damage of that. One.
And there goes the essence.
From...
what do you call this? The essence of Essence Barrage. What was that?
True Shot Barrage. There you go.
So much damage right now. Insane damage.
Apparently, this is really hard for INHS like right now.
Yeah, the Essence ship is just so much mobility that they can't catch Demon Kite right now.
This is what we were talking about earlier. I mean,
he's untouchable, dude.
But you cannot fight that Ezreal. It's because of the she has the support from the Morgana, so you cannot CC him down, CC lock him, and he's just gonna jump out of the way and just poke all of you.
Exactly, and now that Morgana has the Zhonya's as well, it's gonna be really hard to finish her off because of she could just keep using the Zhonya's to like survive these engages. But Liu Xiao actually gets caught by the ultimate there, by the binding there from the Morgana, and gets chunked out a bit. The Essence Barrage gets blocked by the Braum right now, and it's just
But
way
we see
too
Rise pushing up bottom
pushing on
lane.
the bottom side of the map. That's probably gonna go down at any point right now. They're trying to stop the bleeding, but there's
They're
just
really having
so
a hard time. So much damage
right
and
now.
so tanky champions from ATP right now.
Yeah,
I don't really think they can come back from
Sayo
this.
is just snowballing this game so hard right now. 28 minutes into the game, and they're gonna get this inhibitor on the bottom side of the map. They're gonna use the realm mark to put the minions back into the nexus right over here. I mean, deliver the minions and try to chunk out this turret right over here. And they're probably gonna take it with a couple more shots. The Essence Barrage gets blocked off right there, but there goes Marsh trying to stun the Demon Kite, but he actually Essence shifts backwards, and the ultimate
Tear everyone
from the
apart.
Malphite actually takes down most of the members for INHS, and this is the end of the game. It's just too much of a lead, and Malphite flashes in on Danny. Danny trying his
If you get
damnness
caught by that Rise, you're
to
dead.
survive, but he gets destroyed. And this is game one
Game one.
for our game between Liceo and INHS. So GG, well played, and it's 1-0. Surprising upset for game one right over here for Liceo.
It's just because their team composition is just really solid.
Legit, really well played in the draft.
Indeed, I agree. Their lineup is so tanky and crazy. Like they can like dish out so much damage and take in so much damage as well.
It's absolutely insane, and I think it all started with actually the jungle matchup
I
because
agree.
Lea Sayo got outpaced
By the
by the
Rek'Sai.
Rek'Sai, and actually Lea Sayo is one of our most hyped junglers right now. He's a professional player as well, but the fact that he got outpaced by the Rek'Sai, I guess it was just the matchup of how well the Rek'Sai impacts the lanes on the earlier stages of the game, which got the leads
I agree.
for the side of Liceo, and especially
the bottom lane.
the bottom lane. Like
It was
Demon
crazy.
Kite was winning 2v1 because every time Neil stepped up, he just kept getting 100 to 0 by the Danny and the Braum right over there. But Demon Kite playing 2v1 actually got the
Most of the kills.
and it just snowballed out of control.
Morgana was just distracting them.
I think it was like 9 minutes and he was already 5-0 and 1.
I agree.
So 5-1 and 1. So like, how do you
Was-
match up against an Ezreal who's finished 2 items 12 minutes
Early
into
in the game, yeah, I know. He just pokes his way out and then he rips everyone to shreds. It
But-
was crazy.
Yeah.
And then after that, the Rise stepped up, and when Rise was really powerful, they couldn't do anything.
Exactly. But anyways, that will conclude our first game of the day. We will have our game 2, so stick around, guys. And
More
of course,
crazy plays.
More crazy plays like that to come.
So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.